3 months ago, I bought my first PC, and I decided the easiest game to start with was Valorant. This did not go well. But before I tell you about my experience of learning my first tactical shooter on my first PC, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. On October 17th, 2022, I played my first unrated match with nothing but the tutorial as a guide. Now, I've never watched anyone play Valorant, and the only thing I knew is that there was an economy or something like that. It did not go well. I even had to leave the match early because I didn't have the time to play. I had no idea what I had gotten myself into. It went so bad that I gave up. I didn't have fun, and I didn't really feel like playing again. So I never played Valorant again. So that's my story. Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. I only gave up for a month. It's November 11th, 2022. I reopen Valorant and I decide to try again. This time, I knew better. I played Spike Rush. I chose Brimstone as my first agent for Spike Rush because Jett did not go well in Unrated. And although it started out rough, that day I got my very first kill in Valorant. Nice. Yeah, I did.
One enemy remaining.
You guys, we won!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
After this return to Valorant, to say I was hooked was an extreme understatement. The next day, I played 16 games of Spike Rush, and I even gained the confidence to play Unrated 10 times that day. I was obsessed, and I could not stop playing. After playing all day, I was able to unlock my first agent. Who was I gonna pick? Of course, the only character I recognized.
They will cover!
I chose Chamber. This was before his 5.2 patch nerf, but he's still my main to this day. I have a few that I rotate between, but Chamber will always be number one in my heart because he was the first one I picked. With Chamber as my main and a newfound goal to get good at this game, I was playing Valorant every spare moment I had. I was seeing progress, but slow progress. Every time I would face an agent for the first time, I would have to adapt and learn a new lineup. I died a lot. Like, a lot. So I would pay attention to what other teammates were doing while I was spectating them. I would ask other players in my lobby how I could get better. I started learning the maps and the callouts, and I would Google or ask about the terminology when someone in a game would say something. I was so shocked when I learned what ADSing was and how it affected my gameplay. I was learning. If it's this fun while I'm new, it must be amazing when you're experienced and good, right? Competitive, here I come. November 20th, 9 days after I started to play Valorant, I played my first unranked competitive game. It was not great. For a new player, I guess I didn't do terrible, but my team was very toxic and was not as positive and helpful as the people I met in unrated games. I felt like I needed to be more confident in my abilities before I could top frag in a comp game. So I went back to practice and started using the range and death matches as warm-ups. I started testing new agents as I unlocked them, and I learned that I did better as certain agents on different maps. K on Bind and Ascent, Chamber on Haven, Pearl and Breeze, Omen and Cypher on Icebox. I also started watching streamers and pros who mained my favorites like Grim and TN6, or creators like Sir Jeppy, whose Valorant content is fun and informative, as well as other creators that are just super fun to watch, even if they main Sova. I'm just kidding, Farting Glitter, I love you so much and you are an inspiration to me, please don't smite me. On December 4th, 2022, I was ready to finish my 4 unranked competitive games and find out where I placed. I started with KO on Bind, and it was going great. I got a positive KD ratio and a 19% headshot rate. My confidence as a new player was soaring. But then I did bad. Then worse. Then even worse. After I finished that 5th unranked game, I was afraid to look where I placed. I thought I was going to play so low that there'd be a copper rank just for me. But I didn't. I placed Iron 3. I wasn't the worst of the worst. It was incredible. But I had so much room for improvement. More unrated. More spike rush. More deathmatch. More kills. More clutches. More aces. I'm finally beginning to feel confident in my place on a team. If I'm stuck in a 1v5, I don't hide anymore. I can play smart and at least get some picks, or even take them all out. I even have some really great days where I play like I know what I'm doing. But other days are not so great. I still bottom frag, and I still need to get better at a couple skills. But at least I'm not mopping the floors like I used to. I mean, come on, look at that. That's an improvement. I need to get better at my headshots, my patience, and not watching the scorecard the whole game. I continued to play more unrated games, and I was able to get my Episode 5 Act 3 KD ratio to a 1.0, which was a huge deal for me as a new player. I even played more competitive games and was able to peak out of bronze too. We don't need to talk about my KD ratio in comp. That's in progress still. With the new year of 2023, as well as a brand new episode for Valorant, my goal is to peak at Gold 3 by 2024. It might not seem like a lot to accomplish for many people out there, but for someone who just started playing Valorant 3 months ago, I know I can do it.
It has been a pleasure, my friends. Au revoir.